Hi, I'm Audie from Ratliff Mandolins, and this video today is going to address fret maintenance and that sort of thing. How to keep your mandolin playing healthy. The first thing you want to ascertain is whether your neck is straight or not and worth doing a fret dress or whatever. The best way to do that is just kind of sight down it and take a look at it. Does it look reasonably straight? Does it have a lot of forward bow or backwards bow in it? If it's got forward bow in it where the strings are higher than they should be, then you can try to adjust that out with the truss rod. Try to get your neck, just tighten it a little bit and pull it down, tighten it a little bit more, and just take little steps until you have your fretboard relatively level. If it's got backward bow in it, about all you can do is take off some of the truss rod and hope it'll pull out. In extreme cases, you have to just pull all the frets and dress them. Dress the fretboard and refret it. So that's not going to be an issue for this video here, but as long as you've got your fretboard reasonably level, then there's several other things that you can do to make your mandolin play as best as it can. Number one is to make sure that your action is as low as possible and the thing plays smooth and you don't have to press your strings down real far. Then you want to level your frets out. Dress them out either with a flat file or a piece of sandpaper wrapped around a really level block, and you just kind of go back and forth and kind of twist it in the light and make sure that you got that when you finally touch all of the frets, then you know you got everything about as level as it can be. And then you have to kind of clean off the sharp edges where the top of the fret has been leveled. Now there's several different ways you can do that. Just by number one, just by simply taking sandpaper, say 220 or 320 grit, and rubbing it back and forth until you just kind of manually round them over. Or they make, and you can purchase at any of the instrument supply houses, little round over files that kind of help speed along that process. And that's actually a little better way of doing it than with the sandpaper, but nevertheless you can get it done with the sandpaper. And after you do either the 320 grit or the round over file, then you need to kind of just go back over it with sandpaper and work your way down through finer and finer grits until you have a nice slick looking job. And I usually go all the way to about 2,000 grit, and I'll start at about 320 and go to 2,000. And then after that, really, there's not much left to do except clean the fretboard up and that sort of thing. And what I usually do is just put a little bit of lemon oil on it and kind of let it soak in there. And wipe it off and keep it good and soaked for 15 or 20 minutes, and then wipe it clean, and that provides a healthy environment for the fretboard to hold the frets really good and that sort of thing, so that they don't work their way out and that sort of thing. So after you've done that, you've leveled your fretboard, you've cleaned all the grooves and stuff out of the frets that need it, and you've cleaned everything up. That's about really all you can do, short of, unless you've just got more serious problems than that. So that pretty much takes care of keeping your frets healthy and playable. The mandolin that I've had in front of us today is it's number 1072. It's a brand new Ratliff R5 mandolin. It has a nice curly neck, sides, and it's got a nice quilted piece of two-piece quilt on the back. It's a nice little mandolin, and it is going to be shipped to the Acoustic Music Company in Brighton, England. So they have a really good website, and if you like this mandolin and you think you might be interested in purchasing it, contact them at the Acoustic Music Company in Brighton, England. I'll have their contact information on the end of this video, and some better shots of this mandolin so you can see it closer. Thank you so much for watching.